There. You didn't miss anything, I promise. You missed Seth losing a round. I don't know if it's his dash or what, but Seth's level 1 focus always looks so dangerous. I think it's just because after the dash he's got that SPD and the jabs into stuff. And the pull. It's Punko. It's Seth players, offensive Seth players. I find it so funny that the potential for offensive Seth has existed since vanilla. Obviously his defensive qualities. Oh, a backdash ultra. That's really hard to do. Seth's defensive qualities were nerfed from vanilla to super, and I think again from super to AE. So offensive Seth became a better alternative each game. But it's just kind of funny that there was like an entirely different way of playing a character that no one was using that Kara throw. Oni has some big Karas. Towards forward and towards roundhouse are both Karas. Towards forward is the better one, I think. He might have another one somewhere. He has a lot of normals. The notion of a game being out for like a couple years and there being an entirely different way to play a character that's like really good. Hi. Is the game volume too quiet or too loud or what? EX pound. Oh, look at that. Can't wake up into that. Guile's wake up options are not great. Having anything invincible is kind of cool, especially something invincible and meterless. That's unsafe. Even though it was meaty, I think he still could have punished it with a jab. He didn't get it. But flash kind of sucks in every way that it can suck. The invincibility is not super duper long. It won't autocorrect at all, even though it is a flash kick motion. Directionally it autocorrects fine, it just doesn't hit above his head. That looks good. Nope, not yet. Yep, it's close. I'm alright.
It's the battle of the century. Fight! Sonic move!
I'll turn it down just a bit. It was loud for me. I like it quiet. I can't explain it. It's just my preference. Oh, it's weird seeing that towards Roundhouse after I've gotten used to a Mega Mode towards Roundhouse. It's a much better normal in the base game. This is... I think Guile actually really struggles to punish a lot of Honda stuff, but it doesn't matter because Guile has like a pretty big advantage in the neutral. This is the character who struggles the hardest to get around fireballs and the character who's got the hardest fireball to get around. It's not all bad. It's not like a super bad matchup. Definitely, like, Sonic Boom is like hard to challenge in any sort of way. Trying to counterpoke it like this is like almost as good as you can do. Ooh, look at that. Oh, the red focus! You never see that. That's the secret. In situations where you can't have charge. Ooh, optimal. Oh, pretty optimal. Yeah. Oh no, that was the right play. He could lose. That could have been red focused, right? If that hands was red focused, I don't know if he could have killed. I think he could have killed. I will never know. It might have been too far away. Nice. This is a good Guile player. If you don't have charge, red focus is your optimal damage route for like almost every charge character. I mean, obviously red focus is like your optimal damage route anyway, but it's notable just how much damage red focus does compared to the alternatives if you have no charge. Certain charge characters will have like a way to build charge anyway, but Guile can't have charge after towards Roundhouse, or at least not fireball charge. Well, he can, but it's like I think he needs a 2-button link. In every single, I don't know about, in every single Street Fighter game. Actually, I don't know when it started. Flash kick has always been called somersault in the Japanese version, I think. He says somersault aloud in the US version of this game. I mean, in the JP version of this game, but he says flash kick in the US version. This appears to be the Japanese version. He said flash kick, so maybe I'm fucking up. Since this is a literal Japanese arcade. But it's a different voice, right? Japanese version have US voice Guile. I don't know how the arcades, like, I don't know how it works. I don't know if the arcade version just used the US voice for fucking Guile. If there even are multiple voices. Which voices they use. I never really thought about that. Anyway, somersault's not a very special move E name, and flash kick is. If he just waited for that, he'd be able to punish it before it hit. He could have waited and crutch fears. Would have won. Chun-Li's really good at this sort of thing. Chun-Li's versatile, but she can outlane pretty well. One of her main features is being able to outlane well. Oh, that was it. This is the perfect jump. It's so hard to get a jump that'll beat a Sonic Boom to punish one. But that was it. He got it. Japanese arcades have so many Chun-Li players. That fake, that wasn't a mischarged fireball, it was a deliberate fake on a fireball. Nice. He had charge there. Maybe I just don't remember. A better Shoryuken, it's a worse Shoryuken. Shoryuken comes out a frame faster, which doesn't sound like a big deal. Wow, he just he upside down kicked over that Hazanshu. It doesn't autocorrect as well. It doesn't hit above him as well. It's got, I think, less invincibility. He wanted close fierce and he got far fierce. Chun-Li actually ducked it somehow. That reeling her box. This game has like kind of a big issue with duckable attacks. Highs have never formally existed in Street Fighter. They've always kind of informally existed. There aren't many in SF5. The only one I can think of is like Tatsu. I'm sure there's a couple more.
It's the battle of the century.
This is an annoying matchup. It was like horrible in Ultra release, but then there was an update that made it better, 1.04 or whatever. Ooh, look at that. I think if you break a throw, you're -2? I don't remember, so Hugo is probably -2 there. Now that Clap can destroy a fireball and still have a hitbox, it makes it a million times harder to whiff punish, and it makes clapping fireballs actually like a feasible thing in this matchup. And Sonic Booms are pretty easy to clap because they're Guile usually throws the slow one. Of course, he can throw the hard one in this matchup, but the hard one doesn't control space for very long. That's what he just did there. He threw some hard ones. Hugo is not... it's not really well known how good Hugo is. Most people put him as like bottom half, but only barely. But he has some really awful matchups. Like, I think him versus Goken is considered to be horrible. Him versus Guile is considered to be pretty bad. Him versus Dalsim is supposed to be horrible. He's quite strong in a lot of matchups. He's a little bit more technical than the other grapplers. He's probably not as good as Zangief, but he could be as good as Zangief. There weren't that many Hugo players. I would say he's one of the more unexplored characters just purely by merit of being an Ultra character. There's a lot of tech he has that like didn't get into common usage by the time the game died, like car SPDs. That's pretty much true. Hugo has a lot of really busted stuff, but it's rarely his turn. Turns don't exist in this game the way they do in like USF4, so don't get it twisted. But like, he's rarely in a range. He's rarely at a range where he's pushing his mix-up. Would be the most accurate way to put it. But his mix-up is quite strong. He's got a better like anti-air ultra than Geef and T-Hawk do. Better in terms of catching backdash or jump back. And because of that, his up-close mix-up is very powerful. Because he doesn't take any risk to just wait and watch to see if the opponent jumps out of an SPD, and he can catch it. T-Hawk has to like make a read. Zangief has to make a read. Hugo can react. Claps are pretty good too. His combos are pretty modest. I played this matchup a lot. Run that clock, Guile. Run it. Run the clock. Oh yeah, it's over. This is like unwinnable now. And he's getting meter. That's counter focus, I think. I don't know. Oh, that was a good Zonk. Zonk is the key. Every other focus answer, I mean fireball answer Cody has in this matchup is useless. And the ranges where Zonk doesn't work, Cody has nothing. I'll hear a fun story. Low forward is not great. You gotta be too close to use it against this low ass fireball. Cody's own fireball is not very good. I don't like how this Cody's using that EX fireball just worked, but I don't like EX fireball as an answer to Sonic Boom. It's like even if you read the Sonic Boom correctly, you get like the 50 damage second hit of EX fireball. Like what did that do? Look at that meter you just spent. What did it do? No Crouch Fierce, he could have done it there. Far forward was the optimal from that range. But even Crouch Fierce would have worked. Dash kick punish. Warframe. Cody's reversals are bad. They're not bad. No, yeah, they're bad. Upside down kick, red focus something? Nope. He did the correct punish, but he's been doing a lot of a weirder punish. Is that a punish? That was like the tip end of EX Ruffian. EX Ruffian goes through fireballs, but it's not very good. You gotta do it predictably and it's unsafe, so it can just get punished like that. That's why it sucks. Literally exactly what we just saw is why it sucks. You gotta do it on a guess. You gotta spend meter and be unsafe on a guess. But if you're right, you knock him over and you're close. This isn't a very fun story so far. EX flash kick would have worked there, but regular flash kick you need to wait. Yeah. You have to time different timings of flash kick to catch a dive kick or a regular jump. EX will usually work either way. Use the BX to get that reliable. It's not too bad if you get hit out of a flash kick. Like if you time it to flash kick a regular jump and they dive kick, then the dive kick just hits you midair out of your flash kick and you eat like 70 damage and that's that. It's not too bad. 60 damage, whatever it is. It's Babs here. He saw the little icon having SF4 on it and he's like, EX Ultra? I'm gonna say EX Fireball. Ultra's better. A lot better. That sounds like Zephyr, yeah. is the EX boom. EX boom does, I think, 100. EX flash kick does 80. Ooh, look at that. A lot of people just do flash kick into release. Like after they made -7, -5 DPF ADC, that counts for Guile as well. Guile has -5 on dash in. But if you focus level 1, focus release, and then forward dash, that's only like -2 or 3 or something. That's safer. But you can challenge it with invincible attacks, which is what he just did. It's a pretty low damage trade for Elena. Getting the ATR at all is obviously the most important thing. But the individual hits of Elena's DP will only do like 40 damage each. Most jump normals, most jump heavies are like 100. Ooh. Wonky ass hitbox. This matchup is probably 5-5. It might actually be a little bit in Evil Ryu's favor. No, I don't like it. Anti-air Ultra 1 is not very good. That usually works. I wonder if he used the right version of the uppercut. Light version actually works better than medium there. Medium is the one you would normally end with, but light one hits faster. Oh, this could kill. What a choke! That was an impressive choke. All he had to do was to do the spin scythe follow-up and he won. He got all the links he needed. The spin scythe follow-up requires no timing at all. It's literally just hit down back kick at any point during spin scythe. Ooh. Nice punish. No catch fierce. The Evil Ryu? Ooh. Ultra 1 Elena is a little different. Ultra 1 Elena isn't bad, it's just like a regular ass Ultra. It's a little bad. She can set it up for 1 bar. She can actually set it up meterless. Her combos are kind of annoying into it. Her target combo, you don't have a whole lot of opportunities to land it besides like focus or punishes. You can't link into it. I think you can, but it's a 1-frame link that no one goes for. Yeah, Elena would be combo double over Ultra 1 in almost every matchup. But most Elena players would just pick Ultra 2. Like, they wouldn't even fuck around with Ultra 1 at all. Player preference, they might pick Ultra 1 in, like, certain matchups, I guess. It's, like, not out of the question. Healing is almost always better, though. EX, Link's Tail, you can land from a lot of attacks, and that combos meterless into Ultra 1 on most characters. The problem is it's like a 1-frame juggle on a lot of characters, and on a couple characters I think it doesn't work at all. So that's annoying. You can blink it, but, you know. He actually had an FAC there that was almost certainly worth going for. He had the 2 bars, he got the fireball combo. Kinda hit, that's 2-frame link. Kinda hit only. Low strong, low forward. It's not a horrible sequence anyway. You can do low strong, low fierce as well. A lot less practical. Anti-air jab, baby. Quite good against Yon. No OS. Oh, that was focus backdash, not regular backdash. I don't know if you can OS that. Oh yeah, Yen has trouble getting in. Cool combo fiend. Remember that shit? One hit only. If you get one hit only in the right context, usually the second hit, he got first hit only. If you get second hit only, you can juggle Ultra 1. Oh, that could have been a punish. The TC, nice. Far strong to whiff punish and missed. This is the right play, I think. This is Yun's farthest cancel, I believe. I think it actually goes... I don't remember if it goes further or less far than low forward. It's like really close. Nice. It's a bit faster than low forward though. Oh, this won't kill. Even with Evil Ryu health. Even with an EX palm. Put Evil Ryu health back at 850. Then we're fine. I remember something weird about this matchup. It might be that Honda's actually okay here. I could definitely see Honda being alright in this matchup. Ooh. Renhouse wasn't going to kill, so he just took the reset. Honda's got a lot of plus frames after that. Hard hands. It's like plus 10 or something. He used it to cover a little bit of his forward dash. Point blank EX headbutt as a meaty Honda players. So it looks like he's playing well. You can focus forward dash that. That one was a reversal. That one actually couldn't be forward dash. I wouldn't have done it because it was so quick. But that's like the punish for light butt slam. Focus dash in and then you can punish it with like, I don't know, Yum would probably do low strong or something. Nice little conversion. Yun's links are easy. He's got to do something. The reset was right, I think. Ooh, it was definitely right. All those were decisions he had to make due to the health and him about to lose. And he was right. He got his mix-ups, he got his resets. He got the kill. It's a good clutch. With punished. And he did an unsafe thing. He knew he was going to get the punish that was clean. No confirm necessary there. Roundhouse is a poke. Oh, look at that. Wait for the opponent to start hitting you. EX headbutt. How to play Hondo. Today's technically Bath Cup day, but I work in the evening, so I wouldn't even be able to have one if I wanted to. Ooh. I've got it in my schedule that I'm not supposed to be assigned work at evenings on Thursdays, but every now and then I just get a shift where I'm working an evening on Thursday anyway. Hasn't happened in a long time actually, but we got someone new in HR. It's more often I get work on Wednesday even though I'm not supposed to work Wednesdays. Oof. If you asked me any time but now, I would have done it. But I don't want to be on that much longer, and I want to have like an... Oh, what the... What? He could have used an Ultra. He could have taken a lot of routes that weren't that route. Completing the TC and going into Ultra 2 would have done fine damage. It wouldn't have even consumed any meter. It's Ultra double, so it might not have actually killed Honda, but like, you know... What he did didn't kill Honda and it cost a bar. I think that was literally like a style combo. You don't see Japanese players do that very often. Oof. Oh, that was a sick whiff punish. He's OSing the target combo inside of back forward. Trying to win, trying to get empty cancel out of it. Using it from out of range. That was really cool. I wonder how good that is in that matchup. Chun-Li is all about that. That's like her entire character in SF4, and it's really cool. I think Chun-Li feels pretty bad to play, and I think that's why a lot of people don't play her. but she's got like really interesting like neutral solutions to matchups. Like weird specific attacks at specific ranges that you probably wouldn't think about. That like shut down the opponent's like play at that range. But they're all like hyper specific. Everything Chun-Li has in SF4 is hyper specific. They did it in this one too. Ultra double, it'll kill. Even with double, even with this scaled combo. I guess that's a 50% ultra, given the scaling. First hit, second hit, third hit. First one... No, it's like a 60%? Yeah, it's a 60% ultra, and then factor in the ultra double scaling too. He actually could have done... He was at the perfect range where you can do 2 EX birds. Okay, EX blocks is... EX legs is always good, but you know... Which normals to use where? I feel like changes a lot per matchup. Which normals to use it all a little bit.
Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
Yo, that hat. For like 1 second I was like, oh, this must be the costume code. Then I remembered costume codes aren't a thing. This must be your Halloween outfit, I guess? I like don't know all the Halloween costumes. Not how much it costs to get all the Halloween costumes now. How fast is EX? Bird kick. I seem to recall it being pretty fast. That whiff punish. I don't like this. I think it's a waste of meter. You can do nothing. That was alright damage actually. Oh, this can kill. Really? Oh, I believed. Was that reversal? Time out. Go back. No, it wasn't. What a weird thing to be ready for. This is Chun-Li probably instant overheads, like the third most of any character in this game. Or this like fourth most. It's quite common from Chun-Li. Dawson's the one to watch out for. Vega does it. Let me think. Adon does it. Chun-Li's jump roundhouse will hit a crouching opponent, which like that's like the key to instant overhead being good. It won't hit all crouching opponents. I don't even know if it'll hit crouching rows. It's good anyway because it catches people taking throws. It's pretty... By the frames, instant overheads have horrible data. Sakura's works on tall characters, jump roundhouse. Jump jab works on tall characters as well. I think she has 2. That like conceivably could have been an attempted punish on an instant overhead, but it could have been a mashed ultra too. Instant overhead punish. Instant overhead is something you could expect there, and that would be the punish you would go for. But most instant overheads are like really minus on block. I mean on hit, on both. Oh, that's just option select. An option select is, well, do you know? Should I explain it? An option select is when you do a single series of inputs that responds appropriately to 2 different scenarios. Particularly, if it gives you 2 different things to respond to 2 different scenarios. The really obvious one in this game is the crouch tech. If the opponent doesn't throw you, you'll get a low leg kick. Crouching short.